He saved the dog that night. But the final twist will make you cry. The night was bitterly cold in the small town of Wyoming. Under a flickering streetlight, silence ruled the empty streets, until a single sound broke through it. A bark. Sharp. Desperate. Filled with fear. Daniel Hayes, a 60-year-old park ranger, froze mid-step. His flashlight shook in his hand as the sound came again. He had faced storms, wildfires, even bears. But this cry, this was different. It wasn't anger. It was a plea for life. He followed the sound through the frost, boots crunching on ice. Behind the old train station, the beam of his light revealed it, a dog, chained to a rusted fence. The chain had cut deep into its neck. Mud clung to its body. And those eyes that held pain and hope all at once. Daniel's breath caught. Slowly, he knelt. "Easy, boy. I'm here," he whispered. The dog trembled, but didn't bite. Instead, it leaned forward, surrendering completely. Daniel gripped his pliers, snapped the chain, and lifted the frail body into his arms. He had saved hikers, pulled animals from traps, but this felt different. Back at his cabin, the ranger cleaned wounds, wrapped them in cloth, and offered water. He stayed awake all night, feeding scraps of bread, whispering soft words. Memories haunted him. Years ago, a snowstorm had taken his old partner dog. That scar had never healed. And now, with this broken creature breathing against him, the wound inside cracked open again. By dawn, the dog was breathing easier. Daniel stroked its head and murmured, "You're not leaving me tonight." Days turned into weeks. The black Labrador grew stronger, following Daniel everywhere, from forest trails to the lakeside. The ranger named him Shadow, because wherever he walked, the dog was there. Then came the day everything changed. Daniel was patrolling a mountain trail when pain struck like lightning. His chest tightened. He collapsed to his knees, gasping for air, vision spinning. Shadow barked wildly, circling him, then bolted down the trail. Minutes later, 2 hikers appeared, led by the frantic dog. They called for help, carrying Daniel to the road where an ambulance roared in. His life was saved by the very animal he had rescued. Daniel recovered slowly, Shadow never leaving his side. Their bond grew unbreakable. But fate wasn't finished. One winter evening, Daniel returned to the old train station, the place where it had all begun. Snowflakes drifted as he laid a hand on the rusted fence. "This was where I almost lost you," he whispered. Shadow wagged his tail, pressing his head against Daniel's chest. Headlights flashed. A truck skidded on the icy road, tires screaming. In a heartbeat, it crashed through the station gate. Daniel froze. Then, a blur. Shadow lunged, slamming into Daniel with all his strength. Daniel tumbled aside as the truck thundered past. When he turned, Shadow was on the ground. Still. Daniel fell to his knees. Snow turned crimson under his hands. Shadow's eyes were soft, saying what words never could, "It was worth it." Tears burned down Daniel's face as he cradled his friend. The town buried Shadow at the forest's edge, carving his name on a wooden post, "Shadow, the dog who saved a man." Daniel visits every evening, ranger hat in hand. The cabin feels empty now, but his heart is full. Shadow gave him more than life. He gave him meaning. And that meaning will never die.